Hi. I'd like to tell you my story about the phone that I've had, that I use and that I use now. It all started about 5 years ago. I've used Nokia Symbian phones, then I had like a Nokia Engage and Nokia N73, and actually I still have it, and it's quite scratched, broken, but it still works, which is surprising because it's an old phone for me, and I've used it hard for a long time, but it still works. And then everything changed when the first iPhone came out. My mind was filled with thought that I wanted, and accidentally I got it, and it was a new experience for me. But actually, it was a lot of pain for me to use it. It was the first iPhone, as I've said. After its release, it had no functionality aside from the apps that were installed on it. It had no third party apps, and it was locked to AT&T mobile network. And I'm not in US. I had to unlock and jailbreak it every time a new firmware came out, and but still, it was a new experience. It was a good experience, even though it had no multitasking, it had no messenger app for me to use, it had no different apps that I was used to while using Symbian phones. And After some time, there was an announcement that the Google is developing its Android system. There were demos from Google, and I've waited a long time for the first phones to release, and my friends bought these phones, and I had an ability to look at them, to test them, and actually they were not what I expected. I tested the T-Mobile G1 myself, and it was not like it was not really the experience I was expecting. It was like a beta software on something, and I've waited until the Google Nexus 1 came out to buy an Android phone, because I expected the Nexus 1 to be the phone the Android should be, because it was Google's development. And actually I liked it. I liked tweaking it, I liked modifying it, I liked installing different software and firmware. I could shape it to be the phone I like to be. And then I changed it to Google Nexus S, which is a Samsung phone, and it wasn't a long time until I realized that I no longer like tweaking and modifying my phone. I've been using Google Nexus S still at the time when I thought that I should find a phone that is simple, more simple than the phones that I've used before. And it's not simple in a way that I'm dumb person and I cannot understand all the features that my phone has. It's just I want a phone that I could get out of the box and I could start using it right away without any tweaking, modifying, or change it in any way. And the first idea I came up with is that I should buy an iPhone 4 to use as my phone, because it really is a simple and intuitive phone. You could use it right out of the box, and it's simple enough to be understood by any type of person. But then I decided not to get it because, I've had an iPhone once, and I just didn't want to have a step back for me. I wanted to try something new, and I always stick to an idea that when you have an opportunity to try something new, you should try it. And then I bought a Windows Phone 7 phone. It was a Mozart from HTC, and I still use it. And it's a phone that I like. It's simple. It's a new kind of experience again for me. It's different from iPhone, from Android in its UI and its idea, but I got used to it, and actually when you get used to it, you could use it more efficiently. because it's fast, it's really customizable in a way that you need it. So the devices I use now are Motor from HTC, which is a Windows Phone 7 phone, and Asus EEPad Transformer, which is an Android Honeycomb tablet. And actually, I could find a way to combine different systems in my everyday life use. It has never been a problem for me to decide which is best, Android or iPhone OS, because, actually, these are different things, and people are all different. Everybody chooses what he likes most, and there is no white or black, there is no yes or no. In these particular sphere of our life, there is only middle ground where you could choose something that you like more than the different thing, and it could be better in some places, but it could be worse in others, and there is no way to decide which is best of them. And there are a lot of different platforms on the market now. It's like BlackBerry, Windows Phone 7, Android, iOS, the WebOS from HP, the new MegaOS, which is born dead actually, and lots of them, and everybody sticks to what he likes. But there are people that like to argue about the things that others like, and it's really strange. Yeah, I know that there always have been wars about different opinions, about different things that people like, but it's strange because it really doesn't touch you in any way if anyone uses a different thing that you use. But somehow it does touch people. Somehow it does provoke them to begin some arguments, to begin some enormous forum threads, some enormous comments which only consist of negative emotions about the thing that other person uses, and it's really strange. They're all the same, and you should use what you like most, and you shouldn't comment on what the other person does use. I think that way.